What's up, everybody? It's your boy Church, or Cheyenne Church to those everybody that know me back home in the Dub V. Now, first and foremost, I have to give a shout out to Anthony Mark Tiller. Mark is not only a lifelong friend of mine from my hometown and county, but more than anything, a brother in sobriety and Christ. This video comes from something my brother Mark said to me in a message. First, he was praising me and expressing his happiness for me that, I was doing so well and I'm in recovery and everything. And I'm more than grateful for his words, very kind words. However, it was one of the last things that he said that got me to thinking. He said his clean date is 7/27/17, and that's only counting recovery time. That's not counting jail time because in your mind, in jail, you are not in recovery. Then he ended it with keep on helping, bro. I've tried to do other things since reading that, but I felt God had put it on my heart to really think about about that and to make a video. So I put the following together so I could make a video, and then I asked for Mark's blessing to give him a shout out. Shout out, Mark. And, give him the credit for planting the seed that's brought this video to fruit. And with his blessing, I bring this you now. Okay, so a factual opinion about what clean time really means about responsibility, recovery, and truth. So, jail and prison can be a forced sobriety, not a chosen one. For many, they don't use simply because they can't, not because they've made a conscious decision to work a program or a change, or some kind of change in their lives. Recovery, by contrast, is an active process. It's not just about abstinence, but about working on yourself and facing your trauma and developing coping skills and choosing to live differently. That's why some people don't count jail time in their recovery date because while they may have been clean, they weren't actively in recovery. But here's the flip side: not everyone in jail is just doing time. Some have had a spiritual awakening in there, like myself. Some do start working steps, building discipline, finding God, and helping others. If someone starts truly changing in jail and continues that work on the outside, I don't think it's fair to say the recovery didn't start there. It's really about what you did with your time, not just where you were. The most honest way to look at it might be like this. Okay, so clean time can be from your last use, but recovery time is from when you started living differently on purpose. So, Mark, since you're the one who got me thinking about all this, I want to speak directly to you just for a second, brother. If during your incarceration is when you made that real conscious contact with God, if that is where your spiritual awakening began, and if from the moment you were released you continued walking that path of recovery, then please, brother, consider that time in jail as part of your clean date. Because that was more than just not using, that was transformation. That was God moving in your life. And if there was a relapse somewhere in the journey, well, that's okay too, brother. Relapse is a part of millions and millions of people's testimonies, but it doesn't take away from the power of yours. In fact, it might just make it even stronger, bro. Either way, brother, I want you to know I am more than proud of you, and I've got nothing but love and respect for you, bro. I really do. And so, to everybody else, before I wrap this up, I want to give a quick shout out to the entire Hopper House and the Hopper House Community Church family. Those of us who come from brokenness but are now building something beautiful together. If this message has touched your heart and reminded you of someone you care about, I invite you to donate to us through the San Angelo Gives. Your donation doesn't just support a program, it supports real people, real stories, and real recovery. SanAngeloGives.org/fundraiser/church and SanAngeloGives.org/organization/Hopper House. help us continue reaching the lost, lifting the broken, and showing that redemption is possible. Every dollar goes towards turning forced sobriety into chosen recovery and turning struggle into strength. Thank you to